Why are there not more people talking about Jeeps? Hey everybody, Nolan here, welcome to the garage. Today we're talking Jeeps, and not just any Jeeps. We're diving into the top 10 Jeeps of all time. These are the vehicles that put Jeep on the map. Rugged, reliable, and built for adventure. From the battlefields of World War II to the rocky trails of Moab, these Jeeps have seen it all and kept on going. So, buckle up, because we're about to take a trip down memory lane and relive the history of one of America's most iconic brands. And don't forget to hit like and subscribe to our channel. You knew it would be here somewhere, right? You can't have a top 10 Jeeps list without the Wrangler. It's the direct descendant of the original Willys MB. And when you see a Wrangler, you know exactly what it is. It's boxy, it's rugged. Heck, you can even take the doors off and fold the windshield down. What other vehicle lets you do that? The Wrangler's not just an off-roader, it's a statement. It says you'd rather be out on the trail than stuck in traffic. And I can respect that. Plus, there's a whole culture around Wranglers. People modify them, take them off-roading, and even wave at each other on the road. It's a special kind of club. Now we're going back in time a bit, to the 1980s when the Jeep Cherokee, the XJ for you Jeep nuts, changed the game. Back then most SUVs were still built like trucks, but the Cherokee? It had a unibody construction. That meant it was lighter and more fuel efficient but still tough as nails. And let's not forget that iconic boxy design. The Cherokee wasn't afraid to be different, and that's what made it so cool. It was perfect for families who wanted to go on adventures but didn't want to sacrifice comfort or style. Next up is the Jeep Grand Cherokee. This is where Jeep decided to go a little upscale but without losing its rugged roots. The Grand Cherokee was one of the first luxury SUVs that could actually handle itself off-road. It's got all the bells and whistles you'd expect in a high-end vehicle, but it can still climb a mountain if you ask it to. Plus, it's always been a good-looking SUV. It's the kind of vehicle you'd be just as comfortable driving to a black tie event as you would be taking it on a cross-country road trip. Chapter 4. Now we're getting to the real classics. The CJ5 is what comes to mind for a lot of folks when they think of a Jeep. This was the workhorse of the Jeep lineup for decades, and it's still got a huge following today. It's small, it's nimble, and it can go practically anywhere. Plus, it's just plain fun to drive. You can find CJ5s all over the place, from farm fields to car shows. And they're still just as capable as they were when they were new. This is the Jeep that cemented Jeep's reputation as the go-to off-road brand. Chapter 5. Remember what I said about the Grand Cherokee being a little upscale? Well, the Wagoneer was doing that way back in the 1960s. It was one of the first SUVs to offer a luxurious interior with features like power steering and automatic transmission. But don't let that fool you. It was still a Jeep through and through. Underneath that fancy body was a rugged chassis and a powerful engine that could handle any terrain. They even offered it with wood paneling, which might sound strange today, but back then it was the epitome of class. Chapter 6. The Gladiator's a bit of a newcomer to the Jeep family, but it's already making a big splash. It's basically a Wrangler with a pickup bed, which is a combination that's hard to beat. You get all the off-road capability of a Wrangler with the added utility of a truck. Plus, it just looks cool. You can tell just by looking at it that it's ready for anything you throw at it. Whether you're hauling lumber, towing a camper, or just cruising down the highway, the Gladiator's got you covered. Now I know what you're thinking. The Renegade? On a top 10 list? Hear me out. The Renegade might be the smallest Jeep in the lineup, but it's still a capable little off-roader. Plus, it's surprisingly spacious for its size. It's perfect for city dwellers who want the utility of an SUV without the bulk. And let's be honest, it's just a darn cute car. Don't let its size fool you. This thing can hang with the big boys on the trails. The Jeep Liberty doesn't get enough credit, if you ask me. This was a great mid-size SUV that was often overshadowed by the Wrangler and the Grand Cherokee, but it deserved better. It was a solid performer both on and off-road, and it offered a lot of value for the money. Plus, it had a unique style that set it apart from the competition. The Liberty was like the middle child of the Jeep family, always reliable, always capable, but often overlooked. Now here's a Jeep you don't see every day. The Jeep Commander. This was Jeep's attempt at a three-row SUV that could still handle itself off-road. And you know what? They pulled it off. The Commander was a beast of a vehicle, with seating for up to 7 passengers and enough cargo space to haul all their gear. It might not have been the prettiest SUV on the market, but it was one of the most capable. If you needed to haul a lot of people and gear to parts unknown, the Commander was the Jeep for you. Was there ever any doubt? The Willys MB, the original Jeep, the one that started it all? This little four-wheel drive workhorse helped win World War II, and it's been an icon ever since. It's simple, it's rugged, and it's unstoppable. There's a reason why the Willys MB is in the Smithsonian Museum. It's a piece of American history. You can still find them today, lovingly restored and ready for another adventure. This is the Jeep that all others are measured against, and it's a legacy that Jeep should be proud of. Well, there you have it, folks. My top 10 Jeeps of all time. From the battlefields to the backroads, these Jeeps have left their mark on automotive history. Jeep has always been about adventure, about freedom, and most importantly about having fun behind the wheel. So get out there, explore the world, and don't forget to wave at your fellow Jeepers when you see them on the road. Thanks for joining us on this journey through Jeep history. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more amazing content. Which Jeep is your favorite? Let us know in the comments below.